Hey guys, welcome back to part 2, the true story of Angela. That's me. And part 2 is the warning signs from people. So it started off early in the morning in Barbados, downtown. Teddy's now at work, and I am on my own to discover Barbados. So as I'm standing in line to get into this department store, to go upstairs to the restaurant to get breakfast, I met this wonderful lady in line. Her name was Victoria. And as I am there talking to Victoria, waiting for breakfast to be seated, we're talking about, why I'm in Barbados. So I'm explaining to her why I'm in Barbados. And she was like, wow, you're living a fantastic life. And I'm like, that's me. As we went into the restaurant, I saw that she was alone, and I actually invited her to sit with me for breakfast, and she said yes. And as we were sitting there waiting for our breakfast after ordering, we were like, telling, each other things about each other. And she told me, Angela, is your business and, you on this venture of changing women's lives and stuff is the only reason you're here in Barbados? And I smirked and I said, well, you can tell already. No, it's not the only thing. I have a boyfriend here in Barbados. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. She was like, do tell. So as I am sitting there, I'm telling her all the fantastic things about Teddy, how he holds my hand, we walk together, we go on the beach, he cooks for me, he watch out for me, he goes everywhere with me, how lovely it feels. And as I'm talking, she's like, wow, that sounds so romantic. I'm like, I know. And then she goes, where you start staying in Barbados? And I told her where I was staying in Barbados, which was by Teddy's family. And she goes, wow. She goes, that's where? She goes, I'm from that area. And I'm like, wow, Barbados is really, really small. And she goes, yeah. She goes, what is your boyfriend's name? And I go, his name is Teddy. She goes, no, I know one Teddy from that area. I'm like, here, let me show you a picture of Teddy. And as I took out my phone and I'm proudly showing, me and Teddy's picture together at the beach, I can see as I turn the phone, her face is in shock. And I can tell there's something wrong. And I said, hey, Victoria, is everything okay? And she said, Angela, she goes, I know you don't know me. And she goes, I don't want to alarm you, but I have to. I said, why? Does he have a girlfriend? Is he married? What's going on? And she said, this guy here is not a good guy. And I'm just telling you that as a woman, as a sister. I'm going to tell you in advance, this guy is not a good guy. And I said, what do you mean? No way, not Teddy, not my Teddy. And she goes, yeah, you're Teddy. She goes, he's well known for cheating. He's well known for running around. He's well known for not being very nice to women, insulting them, degrading them, putting them down, not making anyone feel worth anything. A lot of people dislike him. The list went on, and I was like, no, not Teddy. So as we continue talking and eating breakfast, we came off the subject of Teddy, and even though we had moved on, I felt really disappointed and confused, and really down-spirited. And even though she didn't know that, I felt really bad. I felt like she was lying on him, and stuff like that. But, I had appreciate her, telling me what she had known So at that time, we got up. I said my goodbyes to Victoria, and we exchanged numbers and Facebook account. And I left and I went home. And I was waiting there for Teddy. And yeah, he was like, "Did you had a good day?" And I was like, "Wonderful." I never worried to tell Teddy what I knew of him. I just pretended that everything was good. But as the days went by, I couldn't get rid of what Victoria told me. It was in there, and I was worried because I had totally jumped right into this relationship and give my all, and I didn't want it to go under. A few days after that, I had, that old BlackBerry phone where they have codes and stuff on it. When you want to add someone, you have to put in the code. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I had a message came through my phone and I accepted it, and it was a girl, and she said, "You don't know who I am, but I'm just sending you out a warning. The guy that you're with, Teddy, is not a good guy. My friend dated him and he was so abusive to her. He treated her really bad, and he cheated on her so many times. He is not a good guy, and he's known in the village for, just disrespecting women, very abusive guy towards women. Please watch out, and do what's best for you." And that's pretty much what the message was. And I sunk so deep into the chair that I was in. I didn't feel I was even sitting in the chair anymore. I think I was on the ground. And I was blown away. I start to shake. And then I said to myself, "Angela, you need to do some investigation now." So from there, then I became Inspector Angela. A lot of weird things are going on at this point, and I'm now starting to clue in that everybody in Barbados knew who this guy was. He was notorious. But what was he notorious for? I don't know. So at this point now, I'm investigating. This is the end of part 2 of warning signs from people. We as women, a lot of times, we tend to love so hard, and the obvious is in front of you, and we try to push it away because we just want to have that love and that, that feeling of security and having a man, that we would push away all the evidence. But this part 2 is ending now. So for part 3, I will tell you what I have discovered during my investigation and what had happened right after. Thank you for joining me again. Stay tuned for part 3 of the true story of Angela. That's me. Thank you guys for listening.